Hey guys, Archie Luxury. You're welcome to the Archie Luxury live streaming channel on Archie Luxury Corporate. Hey guys, how are you? How are you? Christmas wishes. It's December, and we're getting ready for Christmas. Not far indeed. And what do you want? What wristwatch wishes do you have? I'm going to post the link in the description here. If any of our favorite boys are there, they can jump straight on. Christmas wishes. You know, if you've got a friend or somebody who's a watch person, you don't have to buy a Rolex or a Patek. You could, many good gifts that are quite inexpensive. Hello Rolex, how are you?
Hey buddy, how's it going?
Not too bad. And we got Marco on. Hey Marco.
Hey man.
Wristwatch presents. Let me tell you this. And we got Plastic Water Pump. Hey Plastic.
Hey Pranav. Hey Rolex. Marco in the house.
The typical lineup. I like this lineup.
I got to tell
you,
just because it's, hey, we're great. Christmas is here. You don't have to buy a watch person a watch to show them that you want to, you know. There's many good gifts. Let me tell you, I recommend highly. Let me give you some inexpensive gifts, like any price point. Here's some gifts ideas, okay? You could get some good Rolex books from Amazon, you know, on Rolex
just gonna say that.
Sports. You can get them on eBay. I'll look up Rolex on Amazon, then I'll jump on eBay to see where the better deal is. If you've got an enthusiast, you can give them some books. The other thing is too, if you're buying it for a friend, get the book in for yourself, and if it's really good, give them something else and keep it for yourself, you know?
What about a super fake from Hong Kong?
I never really liked fake stuff, but there's watch boxes, watch winder. I've got a Wolf watch winder.
Even leather straps. My mom is getting me leather straps for my Panerai.
Leather
What
straps.
about a rubber strap?
Get some rubbers. Wrap her up, baby.
For your rare birds.
There's the other thing is too, if you really wanted to get something for somebody, you could just walk into a Rolex or any brand, get the catalog, and then give that to somebody. Because I mean, a Rolex catalog, they're hard to get, aren't they?
Did you know that most, like, you got to be really lucky? Like when I got my catalogs, I happened to have a really good conversation with, I'm not going to name names, but you know, the person who was in the shop, great guy, and he was just so lovely, and he gave me a bunch of books, and then with the Rolex Submariner book, I just happened to talk to Rolex in Melbourne, and I was just saying, hey, when you ship the watch back, because it's in under warranty repair, just to check the timing and the regulation and everything, and they said,
plastic is too fussy. Plastic was crazy, you know. It's 1 second off. You know? Yeah,
1 second. Yeah, 1 second. And I said, can you send me a book, and then can you send the watch in a coffin? And they sent the watch back in a coffin, you know, those little Rolex coffins, and they sent me a Rolex Submariner book. So that was like, you know, so every time you talk to Rolex, ask for free stuff. Just ask for it, you know?
I want to ask you something. I was talking to a friend of mine. He's a bit of a super collector, and he says, hey, I just bought a 36mm Explorer 1.
Is that Dave?
Said, Yeah. And he says to me, I just bought the 36mm Explorer 1. It's great. I think it's going to be a good investment. I said, hey, yeah. I said, it's girl size. I said, it's not for me. And he's trying to convince me that it's actually the cool size. And I said, Dave, it's girl size. I want 39. I wouldn't buy it myself. It's too small. And he tries to convince me.
Mate, my wife wears a Datejust too, and she loves the size. I think, honestly, overall, all watch sizes are going 38, 39 and above, you know?
They're coming back a bit, because they were bigger, then they're coming back a bit. Datejust 2 is now Datejust 41. They changed the proportions a bit.
Yeah, it's
36 too small, man.
I think
36 is too small. I said that. I said, Dave, it's too small. What do you guys think? Tell me this.
If you're a midget or a child, it's good.
Leave it
What
for
do you think,
Mr.
Rolex?
Jangly Jubilee.
What do I
Leave
think?
the
I would
36
never.
millimeter for him.
I have a small wrist, so if anything, a 36 would probably look good on me, but I would never buy one.
I'd rather get the 39, wouldn't you?
Of course,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You
Pay
know,
the piper. Get the bigger size.
I'm glad you brought that up. So, what do you think if they bump up to 41, the Explorer?
Yeah. Great. Awesome.
I
It
think
look
39,
fantastic.
I don't think they will, because Rolex likes to have a couple of different ranges. Look at this. You got 39 Explorer 1. You got the 40 mil Milgauss. You got the new sub, which is 41. You got the Explorer 2, that's 42. You got the GMT, that's 40. You got the Deep Sea, 44. You got the Sea Dweller, 43. So I think Rolex likes to have a variety of sizes. They're not going to say all of them are going to be 40. They actually, I would be very surprised if they upped the size.
So the
Yeah,
Oyster,
good point.
the
Good point,
Oyster
partner.
Perpetual
They
is
like a
gonna be bigger.
variety of sizes. They like a variety.
The Oyster Perpetual is going to be bigger than the Explorer 1 now.
That's
That's
why I
correct.
think maybe they'll increase the Explorer 1 size, because
Yeah.
the Explorer's always been a bit of a variation on the OP.
It's
That's
an
why.
upscale Oyster Perpetual, essentially.
That was my reasoning. But the Parnif is the Parnif. We take the Parnif's advice and we listen and we
But if
respect
you-
our Parnif.
If you look at the Rolex wants to have a variety of sizes. You look at it. So sports watches from 39 up until 44, isn't it? You look at it you look at the sizes. 39, you got, so 39 would be Explorer 1 in sports, right?
Yeah.
Has that got
pretty
the
much
old
it.
movement, or has that got the same movement as the Submariner No Date?
It's
They're
the
gonna go to
old
the
movement right now.
3132, right?
Yeah, they're going to throw the new one in soon.
So maybe that's why they'll
You
increase the
never
case
know,
size.
but you never know with Rolex. They are, I got to be honest with you, I've been watching a few videos. People have said, oh, do you see the new Paul Thorpe video? I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Seriously, he seems to be very, I can't stand his accent. Personally,
He's
I
a
Wait, which
watch
guy?
journalist. He's a watch
Which guy?
journalist.
Paul Thorpe, is he
Thorpe.
the guy with the white
He's
hair?
the American,
that's
sorry,
humble?
he's the guy in England, right? The watch dealer. He's got that very, very working class Cockney sort of
Yeah.
accent.
He's always in his
And-
car, right?
Yeah, he does, but he just seems to have a real nastiness to him. Like I just can't warm to him.
Hmm.
And
Wait, didn't you and him get into a fight, or there was an argument or spat between the two of you, right? Back in the
yeah,
day,
that was
like a couple of months back.
It wasn't much
yeah.
of a
We had
fight.
some. Yeah, but we're okay. But I got to be honest with you. I just can't. He just grates me. It's nothing he's done. It just grates me the wrong way. You know.
Yeah.
He's
Kind
kind
of-
of like I find he's a bit pompous. Like now he calls himself like a watch journalist. Like you're a YouTuber
Yeah.
like everybody else. Like
Yeah, he's been on the scene for like, he was complaining because he'd been on the scene and he said he's not getting the views or the subscribe, and I'm thinking, man, I've been doing this for 10 years. You're doing well. Just
yeah, put your
what
time
the
in.
hell are you? You
Put
know,
the
he's.
time in.
I mean, he also, I don't know what to say, but he's he just seems to rub people the wrong way, and now he's made a video saying that he recorded a roll. Look, it's just, I just think it's just clutching
Super
at super chat. We've got a super chat. We
Yeah.
need a super chat. We're sinking here. Here we go. We've got showcase watches, £5. Rolex guy doesn't worry about the cost. He doesn't worry about what others think. He doesn't worry about value retention. He buys it and enjoys it. I wish that was the case, showcase,
Yeah.
but so many Rolex. You know, the sad thing is I had this guy who, I remember he wrote to me a couple of months ago. This is like 6 months ago. He said his AD sold him, I think it was a Pepsi. And he said to me, do you think I should sell it and do this? And I said, man, just enjoy the watch. Don't sell or trade anything. Just enjoy the damn thing. Why don't you just take it for what it is? The problem is, because it's so the secondary market is so vicious.
It's so important too.
Oh no, plastic.
Plastic. We've lost plastic.
Well, it's plastic.
Yankee Doodle, he's got to go to work, I think. Yankee Doodle,
Yeah.
$2. I'd never buy a watch from Thorpe. Tattoos. I don't know.
I don't have
He
anything against tattoos, to be honest.
No, I got nothing. Look, he just seems a bit. I don't know what to say. It just seems to rub. I don't know what it is. He just
Seems like a douchebag.
bit cringeworthy. You know, he's done. He's got a Ferrari. He's really.
Yeah, fair play to him. He's done well. He's worked hard, you know. I just
Why
don't
doesn't
like
everybody
the way he
have a Ferrari
approaches
now?
YouTube. He's like, I'm a watch journalist.
Well, that's it.
Everybody
Yeah.
has a
all
Ferrari
this like
Crazy.
kind of arrogant stuff. Like, listen, you're an entertainer. You're a YouTuber, just like everybody else on this platform.
That's correct, and as if Rolex is going to take him seriously. You know, you know what I mean? Why would they listen to him or his advice? I don't know. He just
a pre-owned dealer, or was he like a dealer?
No, he was a pre-owned dealer.
Yeah, so Rolex technically hates him. They don't benefit from him at all. What do they?
Oh no,
care
they of course that's exactly right. But he just, I don't know what to say there. It's
You know what bothers me the most about him? Those horse teeth in his mouth.
Oh, yeah, the veneers.
Jesus Christ, he calls
Yeah,
those
I know.
fucking
Oh,
scary.
Anyhow, let's move away from that. Joe Money, $2. Thorpe is a great alternative to hipsters with coffee. Fair point.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you,
I mean, he
look,
hasn't sold out yet, so.
No, I gotta tell you, there's so many YouTube watch channels. I just can't stand them, to be honest with you.
Bruma.
There really is a lot. It's crazy.
I mean, a lot of people, they spruik anything. Garbage, you know. I don't know why people don't call a spade a spade. Oris is. I mean,
But their
Oris
new
is
caliber is a
1,000.
bit more respectable. You don't think so? I find the new caliber.
No, it's just
I think it's
garbage.
bloody overpriced, but I think it's a bit more respectable.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think it gets very flat there.
Yeah. So Arch, what are you doing for the holidays?
Hey, what am I doing for the holidays? No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing nothing for the holidays. I'm broadcasting live. What am I going to be doing?
Nice.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I've, what can I say? No, it's all good. Everything is good.
Yeah.
Everything is cool.
Oh, Archie, we forgot.
Yes.
You know it's the best Christmas present for watch lovers?
What's that?
Paid reviews.
Paid reviews. That's right, man.
So funny.
Pay the piper.
Fuck yeah, get some paid reviews. When I get my second watch, I'll buy a paid review Arch.
Thank you.
Full
I gotta
price.
tell you, I gotta be honest with you, a lot of people out there have been really, they'll spruik anything. It's just, I think you've got to be, I think sometimes, I honestly think less is more to many. You know, I kind of enjoy a smaller, sometimes we get very greedy. The more we get, the more we want.
Right.
And I kind of like to step back a bit and say, hang on a minute, just slow down. Don't do anything rash.
I think
Here we go, $10. MJT, here we go. MJT, $10.
Shut
Let's
the
not
fuck
jinx this
up.
shit. But DHL said the watch arrives in Melbourne within 24 hours. I'll text you when I get an
dude.
This is nuts.
update.
That's nuts.
Nuh-uh. That's wild.
We love MJT.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, I've been a bit flat because I haven't had a steel sports watch to strap on. You know, I've just been, you cannot wear, I got my Patek, you know, I got my Patek, but it's like a schmacko. You can't really wear this in tropics because it's bloody hot. We're very hot in Australia. So, hey, man, MJT, fingers crossed. Let's not jinx it, man. But I agree, that'll be amazing.
Got a couple super chats.
Showcase watches, £5. You should watch Showcase watches, guys. Less effort put in than Archiluxury and terrible content about Omega love and Rolex hatred. Quality content.
Do you know what I wanted to discuss? 2 trends I hate in watches. One
What's
is
that?
faux patina that Omega
Ah!
seems to love.
Yeah.
I hate faux patina. And then bronze cases. Oh my goodness.
Ah!
You don't like bronze cases?
I think anything I hate more than bronze cases is maybe titanium cases.
Or ceramic. Ceramic is butt ugly. I hate it.
Here we go. Johnny Rotten, $5. Watches are an expression and extension of your character and personality. Patek's a you, Arch. Thank you, Johnny Rotten. I gotta tell you, the funny thing is, you know, ceramic, they said it was the super material. I've heard, I think you were saying, some of the early PAM ceramics are falling to bits. Tell me update
even
me.
the IWCs as well. There's a couple IWCs you can find online all falling apart.
How are they falling apart? What's going on?
There's cracks in the actual bezel. There's the lugs on one IWC I saw just completely gone. So they have to replace the whole case.
How much does that cost?
I mean, it depends how much it costs to make a ceramic case. Plus, you got to pay a premium, right? They got to make a margin on it. So, couple thousand easily.
Have you heard anything about the ceramic bezels on Rolexes?
Well, I mean, if you drop them, they shatter. But
like over time, are they cracking?
I haven't seen anything. They're supposed to be, you know. That's the whole selling point of them, is that they don't go bad. They sort of stay beautiful. You know what I mean? That's the whole point.
Ceramic ages gracefully if it's not like messed with. You understand? That's why I don't think it's good on watches, because you wear watches and you expose them to different.
Totally agree with you. You. That's exact. I don't understand what was wrong with the aluminum bezels that they had. And you know what I can't stand? Listen to this. Breitling had the Super Ocean Heritage, right, which is supposed to be a retro diver, correct?
Yeah.
Then they release it with a ceramic bezel. I mean, isn't that kind of...
Yeah.
You know...
They literally... What's it called? In marketing, it's called cannibalization, right? When you cannibalize a product.
Yeah.
You know, when you release two of the things, but they compete against each other? That's what they're basically doing. It makes no sense.
It totally right there. But I got to tell you guys, it's I've got one of my Pateks for sale. I hasn't sold yet. I'm hoping that sells. Can you believe this?
Brian BK is going to buy it. Brian BK.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's priced fairly. I really would like that to sell, because that's going to free up the money. I've got some money on my card. I can cover the sub.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you still gonna buy the sub if the Patek doesn't sell?
Oh yeah, definitely. I got it on my card for a month or two. So what?
Yeah.
Archie. Speaking of spruiking shitters, did you see Fatso's new video on the Formex?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Is that Frederico you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
How could you do that, man?
Oh my God.
Dude, I finally saw that video of his California. Not gonna lie, that shit is sick.
But it's too big. 47 millimeters. Oh my God.
That blue?
Like a TV screen on your wrist.
The blue on that California is amazing.
Which California? Are you talking about his Ferrari?
Yeah, it's Ferrari California. He's got like a light blue.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
it's a silver blue. Silvery blue.
Silver blue. I love that color.
I don't like the color. I prefer
you don't like that color?
I'd like a red with a... No?
Nah, I mean, if you're getting a Ferrari, you can get red, but I really like that blue he's got. It's really nice.
Okay.
How much is that thing sitting back?
He's probably leasing it.
80 grand. Sure. 80 grand second-hand, because he made a video on one of the channels I watch. Normal Guy
80
Supercar.
Grand?
Yeah. Yankee Doodle. Here we go. Yankee Doodle 5. We got some background echo there, guys. Be careful. Yankee Doodle, $5. If you had a choice of a ceramic sub or brand new pre-ceramic, which would you choose? Not considering future investment potential. So new, old stock. Hey, we got some echo there, guys. Ooh. Who is that?
It's not me. It's not me.
Is it good? I don't hear an echo.
Yes. Okay. I got to tell you, I would say myself, I would still go ceramic. Because I want the improved clasp. It's not just these...
That's the big thing, is the bracelet for me.
Yeah. I like the charm of the old version, but I would go ceramic just because of the clasp only.
But a new old stock though, that'd be pretty crazy.
But
Yeah, but you
something
couldn't
out of a
wear it
safe?
then, could you?
Yeah, you'd
I
have to
had
put
that.
on
I
rubber.
got to be honest with you. I've already been there, Yankee Doodle, because I had a V serial number bluesy sub, and I had the Maserati Blue Daytona, and I ended up wearing the Maserati Blue more. You know, not because of one was a Daytona and one was a sub. I ended up wearing the Daytona more because of the clasp. It was actually the newer bracelet really rocks.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying. I hope that's not me on the echo.
Yeah, I turned my stream like this volume down like all the way down to like 1, so I can barely hear you guys. But
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. I gotta tell you seriously, Christmas, I think it's going to be a bit of a bummer this year. I think just stay home, don't do much, don't do anything silly.
yeah.
I'm not doing shit.
It's been a bit of a horrible year, really.
Oh man,
for
tell
so
me
many
about it.
things.
Oh, you want to know something crazy? So I went
Yes.
to a doctor's appointment. I just had to get a checkup like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or no, it was a week and a half ago. And
Yes.
my doctor already got the vaccine.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Amazing.
It's already like coming
I'm
out.
pretty sure
I
they gave like some semblance of a vaccine to Trump, right? They were giving him a bunch of different medication.
Yeah, oh no, he for sure got the vaccine before anyone, no question.
I think they're waiting. You know what I'm saying? They want to spruik it on us when we just can't bear it any longer, and then they're going to inflate the price. It's crazy.
Well, the
That's
thing
a
about it
conspiracy, I'm
though,
joking.
the thing about it, I asked her, I was like, well, how is it? Because I've been hearing things that like it's been knocking people on their ass
Yeah.
and shit. And she said it was nothing. It was just like the regular flu shot. Her arm was just a little sore, and that was it.
Wow. Amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm a bit scared. You know, would you want to take the vaccine?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think you'll
I'm
have
going
a
to.
choice. I think you'll have to prove like to kind of go out and do everyday like things. I think you'll have to prove that you got the vaccine.
Watches and giggles, $2. A sub in time for Christmas. Steel Sports Miracle.
Rolex.
That'd be amazing. I think I'm just a bit down at the moment. I just had a few little things aren't going so great, but yeah, that'd be great. Philip McCrate, AD offering a 126603 and 126600. Which one or both?
Oh jeez. I'm so bad with
so that's
Rolex reference numbers. Tell us, Panif, what is that?
Okay. So he's talking about Sea Dwellers, isn't he? You know, the 16. That's the 43 mil 126600. That's he's talking about the Sea Dweller. You know, the 43 mil. That's what he's talking about. And the 03, that signifies two-tone. So he's saying he could get a Sea Dweller 43 two-tone, or he can get the steel version. Look, I got to be honest with you, Philip. Personally, I reckon go for the steel. I think if you're going to go two-tone diver, you go two-tone bluesy. I like. And they're not cheap. These are not cheap watches. These are expensive.
no.
That model doesn't seem to be as hot as a sub, so don't get the false sense that he's doing something special for you. That is a bit of a soft model. I would tread carefully. That's my advice. My advice to you is tread carefully, but I would go steel if it was me.
Yeah, I'd go
Okay.
steel as well.
That's my advice there. Yankee Doodle, $2. Anus Horribilius. It's been a horrible year. You betcha, man. It's been absolutely awful. And we've got Showcase Watches, very generous £5 donation, super chat. 114060. That's the ceramic, no date. He's talking about the previous one, the 40 mil. Is investment grade ceramic, made 2012 to 2020, so 8 years. Date version 2010 to 2020. There's one no date for every 10 date versions. Investment. Look, I got to be honest with you. Probably the best investment ceramic is the Sea Dweller 4000. That was made for like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, the Sea
That was in low production for sure.
Look, these things are so hard to get. I honestly would say to people, don't stash these as investments.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think people are losing sight of what watches are supposed to be. Which
Like
are
I tell you,
pleasure.
I was contacted by somebody who I've done a bit of consultancy with, and he said, "Hey Arch, you're getting the new sub. It's got stickers on it. I'll swap you my one without stickers for your one." And I said, "Hey, stop. The guy who's getting me my sub date, he wants me to wear it. He doesn't want me to know that I swapped it and made $1,000 or $2,000 out of it.
Yeah.
That's just uncool." And I got to be honest with you, this guy who's getting that sub for me, I'm actually getting to a stage in life where I'm not looking at actively selling or trading. Okay? I would like to get it myself and just hold. That's it. Just hold it. I think for me, if I can hang on to my Pateks, that's amazing. I love my Pateks. A Rolex or two.
Super chat. Yankee
Here we go,
Doodle.
super chat. Yankee Doodle, $2. Rolex makes lousy boxes. Time to upgrade like
No.
Omega.
No.
Well, look, tell you what, all the boxes were pretty crappy. I think the Rolex boxes are semi-reasonable. They don't seem to get sticky or fall to bits like a lot of other watches do.
To be honest, who cares for a box? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
you never see it.
like
I think Omega ones are too big.
You're
Yeah.
gonna pass the box away for nothing. You know what I mean? Unless it's Patek, like just give me a box that protects my watch.
Yeah.
And that's it, and doesn't fall
Well,
apart.
the Patek ones age badly as well, believe
Yeah,
you
but
me.
they're so nice. They're beautiful. You know. How does it smell? Like that leather must smell like.
Well, starters, it's not leather, it's vinyl.
Oh,
And that
never
wooden
mind.
box.
They keep
I
that.
made a video, by the way, guys. I made a video a while ago where I actually pulled apart a new Patek box. Did you see that video?
No, I didn't get
No.
a chance to.
Okay, it was a damaged box, and I pulled it apart, and it may look like walnut, solid wood, right?
Oh no.
It's actually veneer. You know that. That. It's chipboard, sort of. You know that
Yeah,
particle board.
It's
Particle board.
compressed wood, right? Compressed
Yeah.
cardboard. What's it called? The
Yeah.
wood chips.
Yeah, it's
Oh
not
my
chipboard,
God.
but it's. I actually pulled it apart, and it's not quite Rolls Royce. There's not a forest that was cut down. Okay, can we say that?
Yeah.
Now that doesn't matter. Probably not. It's like an expensive coffin. Okay, it's maybe not solid wood. You know,
Yeah.
it's particle board.
But there's some watch like brand, like I know Kari Voutilainen, who's like an independent watchmaker. He like gives you papers for the box that he gets made himself. You know, that's pretty crazy. That's like kind of next level, I think.
I think the Omega boxes are just like overkill, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
That
It's too
Moonwatch box is too big.
I
Like,
had one.
oh my god, it must be
Yeah.
such a hassle to store. Like
Yeah, it's dumb, dude.
like a shoebox.
Yeah, it was bigger than a shoebox. What are you talking about? It's like the
But
size of a
people
small
like
TV.
that stuff. People like these things. You got to remember this. They like
Yeah.
these. That's what they like. They like the big boxes. That's what they like. You know.
It's true.
I got to tell you, I would really. A Rolex for Christmas would be amazing. That'd be really, really cool to have a Rolex. All I want for Christmas is a Rolex steel
Hey, well, it's on the
Sports.
way, man. It's on the
Yeah.
way.
That'd be amazing. You know, a Rolex would be very, very amazing.
That'd be.
Would you
That'd
want a
give you
second
your
one?
mojo back right before those Christmas paid reviews. Make sure to get a paid review for Christmas.
Yeah. Look,
Are you
it
gonna
would
want
really-
a second one or just one?
Look, I'll be honest with you. I'd be
Yeah.
happy just to have one. You know, just enjoy it. Look, I would wear this. I'd never. I've come full circle. I've gone begging to the dealers. I've gone begging. Okay, I've gone begging,
Yeah.
and it's awful. Man, they give you the...
Dude, let me tell
They
you.
run around.
Oh my God, it's so
Yeah.
condescending. They got that
Yeah.
smirk. You want to?
Fucking
He wants to
correct that.
steal sports. They're just laughing at you. He wants to steal sports.
Wait,
Has he
dude.
bought any Datejust lately?
Yeah.
You know, it's just terrible, man. It is.
Any necklaces for his wife?
It's just they just want to. You know, it's just an awful situation, and I got to be honest with you. I don't think it's getting any better. I would love. I got to be honest with you. I got a friend of mine who buys a number of things as an investment, and I'm starting to get cheesed off with him. I'm thinking, you know, this isn't really cool. Just
That's not what the hobby's about.
Got some super chats here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Super chat. Showcase watches. Here we go. Showcase watches, £2. Speedmaster 1861 discontinued. 3861 in production. Wow.
Is that going on now?
Apparently.
But
No
you
way.
know what? I can't respect Omega anymore because of what they did with the new caliber Omega Speedmaster, the re-edition of that historic caliber. What's it called? The 321.
Yes.
Oh my God, 20,000 Canadian for a 321 Omega Speedmaster. Come on.
It is ridiculous. Here we go. Dangling Wang, $2. Papa, what happened to weight loss programming? Yes.
Oh boy.
Well, we're working on it. It's a bit of a battle, but we're trying our best. We're still working on it. I've lost a little bit.
Get yourself a good tapeworm.
Intermittent fasting.
2000. That's exactly it.
Do some intermittent fasting.
I gotta tell you, man, seriously, watches themselves there. If you could get anything from the AD, what would you get? Panda, panda, panda!
I
And
mean,
honestly, I prefer the black dial Daytona to the Panda. If I'm being
for
honest.
sure. I
Even
get
the
the
Paul
black dial
Newmans,
Daytona.
I prefer the black dial to the white dial. I don't
Yeah,
know why people love
For
the
sure.
white.
Arch, not to change the subject, but what year of a California can you get for 80 grand? What year is it? Like a 12? A 13?
Yeah, because you know the California was the old name. They've now called it something else.
The T or something like that. 358 T or some bullshit like that. But what year of a Ferrari can you get for 80 grand though? That seems like a steal.
Showcase watches, £2. Speedy Pro going up 2,500 on previous model.
Oh
Is that
my
confirmed?
God.
Is that confirmed?
This is what happened.
He's the Omega nut. He is the Omega. He is the Omega. He is the person. You know, he's the person to ask
Damn.
there.
You know what's happening with Omega? They're falling the same way that Panerai fell, I feel. Too many watches made, price increase. They're trying to cash in on the increase in retail, and they're just making way too many watches, diluting their own market. That's it.
Just very quickly, they're talking Ferraris. Ferrari California
Ferrari.
was from 2008 to 2014.
So he probably got like a 12 or something, right?
And they are there's the 7-speed dual clutch and the 6-speed manual. I think you want to get the manual. I got to be honest with you. I think they're a gorgeous car.
They're
They
gorgeous,
are absolutely.
80 grand, that's like a steal, I feel like.
We have a
No, he had one. I'll tell you this now, right? Just stay there. I will find this for you guys, because we always like a bit of car talk as well. There, we love a bit of car
Damn.
talk.
I would kill for
How's
like
your
a-
Porsche going? I love your Porsche. I'd rather
Oh,
have a
thanks,
Porsche
Arch.
than a Ferrari any day of the week.
Thank
you
you,
know
sir.
that?
Hey,
I
Bonnet,
haven't-
you missed a super chat, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Normal. Just hang on.
Two,
Hang
actually.
on.
We missed two.
Oh, we missed two. Here we go. Thank you very much for keeping me in check. JBI DCAS, $5. JBI DX. DX, how do I pronounce that?
JBI
cares?
Ducks.
Unless Omega flight quality qualify the 3861, they are making a mistake. Some buyers want the connection to the spec version. Good point. And JBI, well, that is JB. That was JBI's.
You got another one.
I got to be honest with you. I think it's amazing. S Medina, $2. Best watch for 20,000, new or used prices. I reckon a Patek Calatrava under 20,000 is a bargain. That's a bargain because they've never been so cheap. You know what I mean?
Vintage watch code. There's a 5127 with your name on it.
Exactly. So there's a guy called Normal Guy Supercar, and he made a video about getting a Ferrari inspected. You know, what's it?
PPI, pre-purchase inspection.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. And you wouldn't believe this, but he got a paid sponsorship from Fed guy.
Federico.
And guess what?
What?
Fed apparently took it into Ferrari of Miami, and they said it would cost $80,000 in repairs, $75,000 in repairs on an $80,000 Ferrari. Can you believe that? So what I'm going to do is I am going to post the link.
Do that.
Post the link because the show's we've got a couple more, 10 more minutes, say. There we go, just posted it there. That's the video. I'll post it. That's the video where he talks about Fed's Ferrari, because apparently he took it to Ferrari of Miami and they said it needed $75,000 worth of repair work.
Jesus Christ.
In the PPI.
Speaking of cars and watches, have you seen Theo and Harris's new video with that guy, the timepiece gentleman? He drives a Bugatti. Yeah, but I call him the Grant Cardone of watches, you know? He's the Grant Cardone of watches for finance.
My God. Just 1 minute there. Dangling Wang, $5. Papa, did you see the Hodinkee? Yes, Hodinkee got sold for $40 million.
Yeah.
How much you sell your channel for? I have $5 in my pocket, licked and donut crumbs, and give
Ben
all.
Clymer, dude. That guy shits gold.
The funny thing is, he got investors in 10 years ago. Like he got a couple $1 million out of it, and I thought that was crazy. Now $40 million. My God, he does own that space. He does own that space.
You got to give it to him.
The problem I see with that is you lose like your objectivity, you know, because you have people.
Oh, you can't say anything bad. You become a business. You can't just tell the truth.
Yeah, it's true.
Of course not.
But that's my point, right? It's almost better because you have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Sorry, the successor to the California was the Portofino.
That's what it was, the Portofino.
Yeah.
But they're more expensive than what the Californias were brand new.
Yeah.
They're like an upgrade over the California.
Well, it's inflation too. The California is over 10 years old.
Yeah. The new Caymans are more expensive too than the old ones. Or not new and old, but the 2021 Caymans I think are like 10 grand more.
Wow.
Than what I bought.
So, you got a 718, haven't you?
Yeah. 2018.
Just enjoy it, man. That's it.
Dude,
just enjoy it. Don't be too. I got to tell you, I was talking to someone the other day. They said, "Man, I'd love to be in America because in Australia, a Cayman is $130,000, $140,000 car here, Aussie.
Yeah.
So that's what
crazy.
In American dollars, that's like 110 US.
But America has so many more cars that the price is a lot lower, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a number of factors. It's
demand is
the companies like Porsche. They treat us like a luxury market, so they really gouge because we're a small market.
Yeah.
Showcase watches, £2. The AC3 channel is worth a few Pateks to Watchbox.
Yes, a 5170. That's what it's worth.
Who knows what any of this stuff is worth or worthless or what the hell it is? I mean,
that's crazy.
It's still crazy. 40 million that's a long way to go in 10 years. 15 years.
I wonder how much of it is actually his though, the 40, because he has to pay out the investors and he lives in New York, so he's getting taxed like 60% on it.
Yeah, And they also don't give it all in one shot, right?
Yeah.
No, they normally a leverage buyout,
Yeah.
or they give you
Yeah.
shares, or it's never quite.
Yeah.
Mind you,
It actually takes a while before you even get all the money in, but still, nonetheless.
Yeah, that,
nonetheless, it's still pretty amazing when it's
and
numbers like that.
And he's getting paid a handsome fee for it because he has to, like, since Hodinkee is Ben Clymer, right, and Ben Clymer is Hodinkee, they
Yeah.
have to keep him, right? So
Yeah,
he
he's
has so
definitely.
much leverage
For sure.
in bargaining with them, saying, listen, this is what I want to get paid, and Fikers have to pay. They have to pay the piper.
They definitely do.
how old
He
is
would-
Ben Clymer?
He's not even that old. He's what?
I think
Not
he's
even 40. I don't even think he's 40.
Yeah, I think he's mid-30s maybe, max?
He's probably
Mid-30s,
Yeah.
late 30s.
maybe
late
close to
30s.
40.
But
Damn.
he you got to hand it to him. He came into that space, and I've got a couple of the magazines. The Hodinkee magazine. I like it. I like the magazine. Bit expensive, but Hodinkee tries to be this exclusive club. That kind of pisses me off. They kind of. I some of their limited edition things they do, kind of. I don't know what to say. They kind of.
Yeah, they try and cash in.
Yeah, they
there's no other way to
really
put
do.
it. They
Yeah.
try and cash in on their brand, and they know they have a loyal following, and people will just buy it because they're cheap. So
I
they
mean,
Yeah.
cash
it's like
in,
that
right?
Messina. He's selling that Messina, right? That's garbage.
Yeah.
Messina. That Messina? I mean, who the hell is...
Yeah. They did a Seiko Alpinist, the blue dial Alpinist that everyone went crazy for.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... The Hodinkee brand, I don't know how strong it's going to... I mean, it's very hip New Yorker, isn't it?
Yeah. Dan Ling Wang, super chat.
Super chat, Dangling Wang, $2. How many identical Pateks can you buy with 40 million? A lot. A lot. A lot. That's a good point. I got to tell you, there's I'm kind of getting a little bit cheesed off with the investment side of watches. It kind of, a lot of people, they talk about how much they've made. Oh, this is worth this. This is, I mean, plastic water pump's a classic example. He's got 3 or 4 Rolexes, and he's talking, oh, my watches have gone up this much. People used to do this when they're talking about how much money they made in their real estate,
Yeah.
their houses. It
That's
just
what I'm
kinda,
saying. I think it's diluting the hobby, to be honest with you.
It is.
To be fair-
JBI
Oh,
DX $5. This Hodinkee deal was a 40 million round. Clymer didn't sell his entire stake.
Whoa.
Forbes estimates the value at 100 million. My God.
No way. 100
yeah,
million?
but don't forget Hodinkee. I think they operate with the auction houses too, right?
Oh, that's true.
So
They
they
work with
have so
Philips.
much leverage. They own so much of the watch space. They're
Yeah, but how much-
monochrome
how much-
and all these guys can't.
How do you get a return on that investment? Let's be honest. If you've got a staff in New York, that's expensive, right? It's not cheap to run an office in New York. How do you get a return on this investment? That's what they sell, advertising space.
Yeah,
And-
they get paid to do reviews for the watches,
I wonder how big their company is.
and they
too.
also make. Don't forget, they sold those clocks with those old movements for like
Oh, those never
$8,000.
Yeah, that
No
was
one bought those.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Showcase watches 5. I remember I don't know if you remember, Hodinkee tried to do these $2,000 seminars. They were trying to get to a seminar.
Oh, were they really?
This was a couple years ago. They were Viking, like $1,200 to go to a one-day seminar. You think, what the hell?
you need a seminar on a watch collection. It costs $50.
Here we go. Showcase
Overview.
watches, £5. Loving the latest watch content. Definitely missing the shoe sucking, the underwear smelling, and the love life saga. Need to get you to Bangers Arch. Well, the watch thing is more interesting. We want to focus on key ingredients. But I got to tell you, Hodinkee, they tried to sell these seminars. Go to a Hodinkee dealer seminar or learn about this. They were really, really dear. They don't really talk about the failures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so expensive. And then they were trying to charge people to be vendors at these. It was just really greedy. But I got to be honest with you, Hodinkee himself there, he just seems too slick and cool for my liking. You know what I
Ben
He
mean?
knows what
Clymer.
he's doing. He's very smart.
You
Like,
think
he
he's
is-
slick and cool? You think he's slick and cool? I think he's kind of a dork.
I know people who he's dealt with, and they said he's really stingy when it comes to buying watches. He wants the best, and he wants this.
Oh,
and
really?
He'll buy
Yeah,
it
he
from
only
you for
buys
nothing,
From original owner or dealer who sources it from an original owner.
and then he'll screw you. He really pushes the price down, and then he wants to sell it for massive. He's a bit entitled like that. Like he kind of. I
That
know
comes
what
from
you
money,
Make a
mean.
right?
buck, right? Anything to make a buck.
Yeah. Oh, well, when I say came from money, you know, upper middle class. I don't think
Oh,
they were
yeah,
super
he's not
rich.
he's not like Frederico style.
Who? Ben Clymer's
Frederico.
rich. No. Ben Clymer's definitely.
What's
rich.
Federico
I thought-
style?
I thought Frederico came for money.
Well, apparently, it's what he said. Who knows
Yeah.
the truth with him? Is
yeah.
there? I mean, just because you've leased a third or fourth hand Ferrari doesn't mean you come from money, does it?
Damn. I'm not gonna lie though. When I saw that, I was like, no fucking way. That's not his.
Mm.
Yeah, I still can't believe that story you were saying the other day about the baking soda. Remember that baking soda story you brought up? The sugar.
But the sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah, what are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah.
the smelling salts.
Yeah.
I can't
Showcase
believe that.
watches, £2. Panels review on Glashütte. Personally, I like them.
I like him.
I don't. I never liked him. I
like
never
him.
liked him.
No, I like.
I don't know
Glashütte.
models, but the ones I've seen, I thought they were pretty nice. I wouldn't spend the
Yeah,
money.
I
Though.
like the panel inverse the best.
But I think they're kind of a Lange wannabe, aren't they? If you can't afford
Yeah,
Lange,
someone
you
just
buy...
said that in the chat. Poor man's Lange.
Yeah.
I think they're the German JLC. Like, that's how I view them.
Ooh, okay. Fair call.
Because think about it, their Senator line is pretty much the JLC Master Control collection. It's very similar, or the same even.
But they're
The
not
German
doing well.
version.
JLCs aren't that popular in the market, are they?
No.
Archie,
So-
But neither is Glashütte, to be fair.
Archie, if you can get a car, what car would you get?
Actually, I have thought about this. You know, I started off saying I really wanted a supercar, you know, like an R8, a
Yeah.
Lamborghini, a Ferrari, you know. And then I realized, hang on a minute, they're very low, they're a bitch
Yeah.
to park,
Yes.
they're very awful to live with, right? So
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? The next cars I thought about were like an SL Mercedes, you know, an SL.
Get a
Then
Beamer.
then I realized, you know, hang on a minute, SL's too expensive. Let's go SLK.
SLKs are cool. Those are cool.
Okay. Then I realized, you know what? I can get an SLK 200. There's more steel in a Mercedes C200 than an SLK 200, so I'd rather get the C200. And before you know it, then I've said, well, actually, the Beamer 3 Series or the 4 Series is better value,
Yeah.
and it's no longer a fun car. Do you understand?
You're just like
It's
over it at
just-
this point.
Look, in my country, I got to be totally honest with you. Dangling Wang, $2. Dangling Wang, Papa's dream car is a Civic W Wicked Whims. Thank you, Dangling Wang. I got to tell you,
get yourself a nice one of those Tesla Cybertrucks, Arch.
look, I got to tell you honestly, I like to have a car with no car payments. I'm actually thinking, you know, what do I really want? And I've kind of decided it's
We have a super chat, Archie.
I don't want to have car debt. Showcase watches, £2. Citroen 2CV is the car for the Pontiff for sure. I got to tell you, my dream car, let me tell you, look, my dreams have been busted, but I really like the Lexus IS 250. That was the last of the 6-cylinder Lexus. And they now have a 4-cylinder turbo. I got to be honest with you, you know what, with cars, I've actually decided, no, I don't need to go there. I don't need to own these
Just get
cool...
a Corolla and save up for beautiful Patex or Steel Sports Rolex. That's it.
Look, I've got the Civic. The Civic's got
There you
190,000 kilometers on it, right? It's going strong. I think, realistically, just hold that for... I'd honestly, in this economy, I don't want to have car payments or borrow too much. I want to
Yeah.
just slow
Better to not
down,
have any
slow
debt.
down.
Unless
really,
you can get low fixed interest rates that are like term fixed. You know what I mean?
look, I got to be honest with you. You really shouldn't borrow for cars. Okay, biggest mistake I've made is I loved cars so much. I've had, look, I've been lucky. I've had some nice cars. You know what car I really did like? I had a 07 Honda Accord.
Is it there was one that they made with a 6-cylinder, no?
They did make that with the 6, but I had the 4. And
Okay.
I got to tell you, that was a great car. Beautiful interior. I had a black one actually. Had proper alloy wheels, and it had nice, very quiet inside. I only had the base 4-cylinder one. That was a really nice. I look back on all the cars. I had an Alfa Romeo that was garbage.
Yeah.
Even the Beamer wasn't that. I had an E30, which is, yeah, it's legendary, but the Honda Accord was actually pretty damn good.
Arch,
I don't know if you noticed this. The latest Honda Accord is so ugly. What the hell have they done?
Yeah, I don't love it.
What have they done? I don't understand this stuff. Why
Arch,
is it so...
Get yourself that repossessed Bentley that you filmed a couple of months ago. Remember that repossessed Bentley?
Yes. They're so expensive in Australia, Ben.
God. I would never buy that.
But I got to tell you, I think realistically, you know, cars...
Buy 5 years old, outright cash. That's what you recommend? Like 4 or 5 years old? What do you recommend? Like 4 or 5 years old and then buy cash outright?
Look, I got to tell you,
Or
all
just
these
ball out
cars,
like me
Beamers,
and finance a car.
they've gone plastic. They've got so much plastic in them.
Mm.
I honestly think you want something to... The climate's very hot here, so they have a lot of overheating issues if you're not careful. Yankee Doodle, $2. I really like the new Genesis. Scotty Kilmer actually made a... He said the Genesis he doesn't think is as good as the Lexus. He said it's good, but he said he thinks...
Lexus is
Yeah,
better.
I like the Lexus a little bit better as well, if I'm being
reliable. But I'm talking about fun cars though.
We used to have Infiniti in Australia. They pulled out. They're now an orphan brand. Infiniti. You know Infiniti?
Yeah.
You guys have Infiniti still, don't you?
Yeah, we do. But you see them like less and less. They're starting to become a lot rarer.
Yeah, they used to be so cool.
It's like Chrysler. Chrysler's another
Showcase watches, £5. Jokes aside, 5-year-old SLK, affordable without monthly payments, modern enough to be problem-free, just a nice budget luxury car at sensible money. Unfortunately, let me say this to you. What's happened to the car market in Australia is, because I always, when I feel a bit depressed, I go and look at car sales. You know, like Auto Trade. That's like our Auto Trader, okay? And what's happened with this stupid COVID thing, second-hand cars have gone through the roof. Like fun Miatas, which are just, they're gone. A 10-year-old Miata is 20,000 Aussie.
That's retarded.
SLKs, you could buy them, they're gone up 20-30%. Then a 5-year-old SLK is like 70,000 Aussie dollars. In the UK, they're nothing. Here, they are so expensive. And it's just, I got to be honest with you, I would love my dream. Look, okay, when you say my dream car, you know what I would honestly buy, seriously? I'll tell you my dream car, okay? Let me tell you this.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
Say I won, okay, it'd have to be a lot of money. Say I won, say $5 million Aussie. Right? Or 10 million. Well, whatever, right? Let me tell you this. Here we go. Dangling wang. Boom! 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 Yay! Yay! Let me tell you this. I reckon a dream car for me would be a Porsche basic 911. Okay?
Yeah.
However, I would probably, you know what I would probably do instead of getting the 911? I'd love a 911. If I won a bit less, I reckon the Cayman. Seriously, the Cayman is mid-engined.
Okay.
It's mid-engine. I don't even want the S. I just want the basic one. That's fast enough. I'd get a manual, basic one. That's it. I don't need any bells and whistles. Just give me the basic Cayman. I would be over the moon. I don't even mind a Boxster. Boxster or Cayman. The Cayman would probably be my better choice. In my country, they're 20,000 more for a Cayman over a Boxster. It's ridiculous.
Pretty crazy. I'll take that as a compliment, though, Arch. Thank you.
But I honestly, I think that's the perfect Porsche. It's mid-engined.
Oh, it's so fun.
And I don't even want the S. I just want the standard one. That's fast enough, okay? Because it's actually, what you find with the Cayman is it's not the engine size, okay? Like if you want big engines, you get a muscle car, okay? It's the dynamics of the chassis. And the honest reality is, the best dynamics on a chassis is mid-engined, rear-wheel drive, front steering. Okay, that's the most enjoyable sort of car. Okay, I'm sorry, this is what the reality is, okay?
Yeah.
So I would say I would love, if I had enough money, I'd love a Cayman. I'd love it. I'd absolutely. Now, I couldn't just have a Cayman because it's a hard car to live with.
Let me ask you something. What do you think about the people who call it a poser Porsche or the poor man's Porsche?
Look, I gotta tell you this
people who can't
honestly.
afford a Porsche who say that. If I'm being honest, it's like people who knock
honestly,
Rolex because they can't get a Rolex. You know.
I had a BMW and people used to say, "Oh, it's only the 318." Okay. And the reality is, you know what? Everybody is nasty. You look at, I don't want to be nasty, okay? You look at those freaks I had on the show before. They were poisonous, venomous, nasty creatures, right?
They got really bad.
You may not like Patek dress watches,
like the people,
right? You might say, hey, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
But you think, hang on a minute. These are amazing. This is where watchmaking came from.
They have a substance.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to love dress watches to understand Pateks. You think, oh, wow, that is the brand. You know what I mean? And this is the whole thing. I think a Porsche, I look at cars, I've been a huge Porsche fan. Like, I think Italian cars, I gotta be honest with you, the styling, I think the best styling in the world is French or Italian, okay? But the Germans,
they've mastered engineering.
They've mastered, exactly. And I got to be honest with you, I've always loved Porsche. I've always wanted one, okay? I got to be honest with you, I think myself, my favorite Ferrari, for example, is actually the Dino 246, you know, the 1970s. That was it wasn't even considered a Ferrari, it was called a Dino. Okay, they're very collectible now. I like that. Had the V6. It was a first mid-engined. Here we go. Dangling Wang, $5. People who say Cayman Porsche sucks are even poorer than the poorer poser that drives one.
Yeah, I agree. I think those comments are just fueled by jealousy. They just can't afford it, so they try to knock you. You know?
Dude, for sure, Harry Cox in the chat here. This dude is so jealous. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
This dude is
I gotta tell you, I think a Boxster itself or a Cayman.
Yeah.
I think the Cayman's a better car because I tell you why. The Boxster, you've always got to compromise when you got a convertible.
Yeah.
And it's also something to fike up. Okay, when they play up because they're electric, you're better off to have steel. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think here we go. Super chat. Showcase watches £2. Good night. I'll try and hop on tomorrow for a chat. Thank you, Showcase.
Thank you, Showcase.
I gotta tell you, if I had a Porsche, I'll tell you honestly, if I had a Boxster or a Cayman, I would just treat it. I would even write down every time I put fuel in just to keep a inventory of it. How's it going? I'd warm it up every time before I drove it. I'd go for a nice drive, not just to the shop and back. It'd be you know what I mean. I'd really look after it.
You must have nice views in Australia, like nice driving, like places to drive.
Yeah, the roads aren't the greatest, but yeah, we do have some nice. But I got to tell you, I would love to. This is how ridiculous. I would love to go around Australia in a Cayman, staying at hotels. I'd like to just go to Sydney. That's.
Why don't you do that in Europe though? Forget Australia. Do that in Europe, no?
Yeah.
So you can drive a couple of hours and then be in another country, not another continent. Jeez.
Look, I got to tell you seriously. I would love a Porsche. I remember when the first Boxster came out, right? So we're talking 90s, right? I thought it was amazing. I remember when the Z3 came out. I actually remember the Z1 Before the Z3, they had the Z1. It never came to Australia. Yes.
Oh, nice.
And I got to tell you, I always loved when the Porsche came out. I thought it was that was my dream, was a Porsche Boxster. I thought they were amazing. I wanted one. I've actually got the old brochure for one. I've got it on my shelf. I've got the old brochure for the.
No offense, Arch, but what don't you have on that shelf?
I've only got a brochure for cars I like.
No, I'm just busting your
I gotta tell you seriously, I think a Porsche. You know what? You gotta. As I get older, I gotta tell you, like a friend of mine just got a Platinum Daytona, and I said I don't even really want it. I'm not saying I don't want one.
We have a supercar, Archie.
GB, $2. What about driving across Australia in a 76 Land Cruiser? Yes, sir. They're getting expensive, those 76s. Very, very, very collectible. Look, I got to tell you, I think, honestly, I don't think I'll probably get a Porsche because I'm not prepared to put the hard work in to get it. I'd rather stay. I'd have to sell my watches.
Yeah. I would.
And I've kind of... I got to be honest with you. It's like this. People say, why don't you get a 5170? That's the dream one. You know what? I look at my photo. I've got this at the side here, right?
Oh yeah, I need to ask you a question about that photo, Art.
I gotta say to you, man, this is my. I look at that and think, what would I sell? I love these. I'm getting rid of the double up. That's going to get me a Rolex, right? And I think I might just stop for a while. You get greedy. You get greedy.
When you went to the AD, did you show them that picture or a picture on your phone?
I showed them that picture.
You walked in.
You brought the actual paper to the AD.
Took the piece of paper with you.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a cool photo there. They didn't help me, but it didn't help me.
Yeah.
But I look at this photo and I could look at this for hours and think, you know what?
5 Lifetime Achievement Awards, Archie.
I got to tell you, I'd love to get a Rolex so I can just wear something. But I love my Pateks. I'm actually quite content. I think you got to get to a stage where you're content. The thing I find with Porsches, people who say, oh, the Boxster, get this, get that. You know what? Stop. It's never enough. You get the 911 Carrera, then you want the Carrera S. Then you want the Turbo. Then you want the GT3. Then you say to yourself, you know what? I could get a entry-level Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's never enough.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I think the Cayman is good. I don't see myself going above it.
I would just keep it and look after it. Don't drive it. Not a daily driver. Just really look after it. It could last 20 or 30 years. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but
they're saying the 718s are going to go electric though in 2 to 3 years.
Yankee Doodle.
Hard to say.
Yankee Doodle.
Who knows what's going to happen there? Yankee Doodle, $2. Would you lease a car or do you like to own them? I got to tell you, in my country,
I own them.
They're so expensive. I always
Unless it's a business expense that you can write off, then you should never lease a car.
Yeah, it's the most expensive way to get a car.
Yeah.
The fleece. Yeah, I think, Hey, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We're gone for an hour. See you later. Philip McCreet, £2. Going now in my Porsche to collect Rolex at retail.
Rolex!
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow, guys. Great to have you on. See you tomorrow.